Vistaprint.
Good morning, one and all. Early, I know, but got a couple of hours free, or an hour and 45 minutes. Got shits going on today, so time to build. I did a lot. The heck? I did a lot of stream. I was just chilling, hanging around yesterday, doing bits in between other stuff that I had to do, and I got an awful lot done. I'll run through it quick for those of you who are watching this as a kind of catch up. This is what I was finishing yesterday. This is Catering build using the pure setup. Straight into constructors. I didn't want to have to faff around with any copper. The good thing is, if we want to upgrade this in the future, we can. But for now, this is making 300 Caterium ingots a minute. And it's making 1,500 quick wire a minute. 750 per line. I'm going to make it look pretty. I had to get the water from this little pond here. I'm going to do something cool with that and close it in. I would like to get drone ports on there. That was my plan. Let's have a look about batteries. I know you can use other stuff for now. Whatever you do, you need sulfur, which is a pain in the ass. Sulfur alumina solution and aluminium casings to make batteries. Yeah, well, we won't be using that. Okay, we're not going to be using batteries at all, but drones can use other liquids now, so we may well pinch some of the turbo fuel, or even just fuel. Just package some fuel to get drones up and running. Because I do have a whole stack of heavy oil residue here not being used. I'm only using these two rows, this one platform here, to make all this turbo fuel here. So I've got this down here doing nothing. So we could turn this into fuel and package the fuel. Because I do want to go nuclear pretty soon. We do have about 10, 11, 12,000 megawatts that we're not using. So yeah, anywho, I'll talk about what I've done over here. This is in its final form now. I added these supports in here. I thought this looked really cool. These were just supported up to there then, so I've like bridged it in, gave it this weird little roof to link to two together. This at the minute is making me versatile frameworks. Now, this originally was making versatile frameworks, and then I deleted it all and made modular frames because I didn't realise we need versatile frameworks for magnetic field generators. So, as you can see, load of versatile frameworks. This is just the steel factory that I'd done in the video a couple of days ago. This is making me steel beams, steel pipes, and encased industrial beams. Space elevator, we have done these assembly directed systems. They were really easy. I just modified. Where am I going? I modified the factory that was over here making adaptive control units. it didn't take nothing. I had everything there. Just needed to jiggle stuff around. I used a calculator to base it on what I was already making, so I didn't have to make anything else, and we could make something like 7.5 a minute. We are still making them. I had to hand feed plastic into a box and hand feed quick wire into a box over there, but that's no longer an issue. You see, we're stacking these up now. I would like to... I had 2 full bins of adaptive control units, and I've got half of a bin left. So when this is done, this bin should be nearly full, because these are used later down the line. I don't know what for yet. Adaptive, it's not adaptive control unit. What are they called? Assembly director system. Assembly director system. These are used for something else. I'm guessing when we get to phase 5, they're going to be used for something else. Good morning, by the way, if anybody's there. Good morning, good morning. Please say hi if you're there, so I know I'm not talking to myself. So yeah, assembly director systems are done. They're chugging away. The only thing I have to do is hand feed plastic into one of these boxes every now and again. The AI limiters are going into that one. So it's plastic in here. All I've been doing is just that. And it keeps running fine. Same with the quick wire down here. I would like to set up a drone to bring the quick wire over here. But at the minute, when this gets full, I'm simply doing that. Every time I just pass by, I'm just spamming the quick wire in there. But we do need to set up a dimensional depot over there for the quick wire. I may just leave that for now and just crack on with make a plan for the nuclear. Also, I have done aluminium. We'll go and have a look at that for those of you that are following. I'm going to do a video on that. I wanted to do it all vanilla recipes, which is shit, and you should never ever do it because it is horrific. It uses way too much space. Is super inefficient. But I wanted to show people the contrast between the vanilla and when you use instant scrap, sloppy aluma, and electrode. Instant ingots, electrode scrap, and sloppy aluma solution is so much easier. It's ridiculous. The footprint alone that it uses is half, because you don't need to fucking make the silica. Which is, I've got 11 constructors over there making the silica. We'll go and have a look in a second. Need to put at least one of these into a dimensional thingy. Do I have Mercersphere? Yes, I went on a big hunt. Dimensional depot. We have access to Mark 5 belts now because we're making aluminium. Bauxite refinements over yonder. Yonder. We do have access to geothermal. I thought we'd unlock the thermal. Tell you what. We'll go look at the bauxite and then we'll come back and check the tier. We've done, I think we've done tier 6 as well while I was building up the director systems. This is the perfect place for a bauxite factory. And I will show you why. You need bauxite, you need coal, you need quartz, and a little bit of copper. Bauxite, coal, quartz, copper. It's all pretty close. The copper is quite far away and it's only an impure node, but I only needed a very small amount of copper. I can't remember what. So I have literally split this in half. I will be doing a video on this to show you. This is using 240 bauxite a site. I've got a medium node running 480. So 240 a side. Process into the alumina solution. It then needed water, which is obviously, I managed to squeeze these three on this little puddle. I think it looked really cool. The alumina solution from these two and then goes into this refinery mixed with 120 coal. So there's 240 coal coming up there, 120 aside. The excess water from this that is produced when making the scrap goes back in, and then I'm limiting the amount to 80 that can go in from the main feed. So this 120 goes back in, 80 goes into this machine, making up the 180 that it needs. 120. This should be on 60. Same for this one. 60. Needs 180. 120 coming back from here. The aluminium scrap then goes around here into these foundries, which is getting mixed with silica. These output 100 silica, and we needed 300 a side, so it needs 200 silica making a side. Now we're making that with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.3 constructors a side are making 200 silica per side. Again, the quartz just comes in the middle, split off, makes the silica, gets blended with the silica coming out of the refineries. If you do it this way, these always get priority, so the refineries never back up. But if you clear the line and your numbers are perfect, then it will just flow. Then we're making aluminium ingots. This is a traditional way. The aluminium ingots, then I chose to split 50-50. The copper is needed for the alclad aluminium sheets. This is backed up. It shouldn't be. This shouldn't be backed up. Although it doesn't really matter because we're sinking the ingots, but we would get more points if we synced the sheets. Anyway, that's irrelevant. If you want to keep this flowing, you're going to need a sink at some point in the line. I chose to do it at the end of the ingots, just to make sure that the refineries are constantly flowing. That way we're not wasting a load of power by these running all the time. It is a bit smarter, I suppose. Then we're making 1, 2, 3, 4, 240 aluminium ingots. I'm making 90, 180, 240. Making 140 aluminium casings a minute. So I'm making 140 aluminium casings a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 240 alclad aluminium sheets. I just used the rail supports that I blueprint to support this up. Real straightforward, nice and clean. These YouTube series that I'm doing, I've done your first plastic, your first steel. This is going to be your first aluminium factory. This took way longer to set up than it should have. This is going to be so much easier when we use sloppy alumina solution. This just uses bauxite and water to make alumina solution. The ratio is better. It's not better. You get more out of your bauxite this way, but you don't have to deal with the silica. So sloppy alumina solution cuts out the silica. When we come to the scrap, we're going to be using the electrode scrap. This uses petroleum coke instead of coal. Scrap. The ratio is 12 to 20. This is 4 to 6, so it's like a third. It's better anyway. You're getting more scrap, put it that way. You do have more water to come out of, but it just gets fed back into the system. and it needs petroleum coke instead of coal, but we've got a massive abundance of heavy oil residue over at the turbo fuel factory, so yeah. And then we're going to be using the pure aluminium ingot. This is just made in a smelter. It's a 2-to-1, so again a better ratio. 6-to-4, 2-to-1. Everything's better. We're going to cut out all of this quartz. We won't need any of that. We will be making more. And yeah, it's just generally better it's just generally better. The electrode scrap. Using the coke instead of coal. Coal is a finite resource. It's a rare, I class coal as a rare resource. Okay, there's the bauxite. The quartz is down. Quartz is down in a cliff somewhere. That was a bit of a pain getting the quartz. The coal's okay. I'll show you where the quartz is. It's off the edge of a cliff and down underneath us. Don't really care what this belt looked like, to be honest. I'm never going to come back here. It was about 450 meters away, if I remember. Down in the depths of this cave. It is a pure quartz nose, and we're not using anywhere near all of it. There's a load more, so. Yep. Pure. We're only running 480 because I only had 480 belts at the time, but yeah. We do have another one. They've changed the layout of this. This rock never used to be there. There was something there, but it wasn't so big. Right, anywho. I think we are, mate. I think we did finalise the production of the magnetic field generators. Let's go and have a look. I think the effects they've done on this water is awesome. So much better. I don't know whether that's a bug that you can pick those up so far away, but you can. You don't even need to be close to them, as long as you can get them in your crosshair. This facility, till I work out what we're doing with the rest of the heavy oil residue, I haven't finished this off in regards to what it looks like. Same with the space elevator, that needs putting somewhere else. I might put the space elevator on top of this, just close it off. It might even fit here. Trucks are still doing the thing. Again, this, I was undecided what to do with this. I was going to close it off, but this is so adaptable. We're making so many different things in here. We're making supercomputers, computers, high-speed connectors, stators, rotors. We can kind of swap this around to fit our needs as we work through the tiers, which we are doing. Yeah, this is the magnetic field generators. It just needs versatile framework, which we've got 400 million. We've made about 600-700 of these already. So we can get these going. These produce very, very slowly. There must be a better recipe for these. computers, but it uses high-speed connectors, and they're just a ball baggy because I need quartz and fucking... Needs circuit, they need fucking yes. Could do with a dedicated high-speed connector factory, to be honest, because they're used in a lot. Late game. Well, they're not actually. They're used in computers and these, but aren't they used to build stuff as well? Maybe not. Okay, well this is going to chug along nicely now. Everything's got what it needs. Plastic's probably run out. Supercomputer factory is burning along well. This will keep chugging along till it burns through all its adaptive control units. So this, we can leave this pretty much, apart from coming back just to throw in some plastic and some... wow. That's all this needs. Would like to have drones or some way of getting quick wire over here. Unless we do go and make some batteries. Just somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Somewhere with the furthest sulfur away from where we are. Right, we're set up pretty much here. We are set up right in the valley that leads out to the ocean on the top of the map. Fuck, now that's loud. Yeah, so we're set up in here. If we have a look where sulfur is. We could literally use... I mean, I'm using those two and this one at the minute. So I'm really going to want to grab this one and this one probably with the drones when we get them to finish off the turbo fuel. If we could make a little battery factory down here using this impure node, just make as much as we can. Let's fly over there and we'll have a look. It's right on the far edge of the map. I don't know why my Elgato is having a fit every time I do that. It doesn't normally do that. This is a part of the map we haven't explored as well, so we'll probably get some summer sloops and that. When we get there, we'll have a look, see what other resources are around and see whether it's viable. I mean, it'll take forever to get power over there, but... with those big power line things, you can drag it quite far. Oh yeah, I found this place here. This has got like a pure everything. It's got a pure and a normal limestone. Pure iron, pure iron, pure iron. I'm pretty sure there was some pure... Is this Caterium? No, that's another pure. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pure iron nodes. A pure copper. I mean, we can make a really big battery factory. Big battery factory. I'm gonna put this on my top screen so it doesn't keep juddering the thing. Where are we? We're like here. So we could use this normal sulfur node down here. Make a big battery factory. Let's see how far it is. It's only 500 meters. And there's a lot of stuff here. We have a train station as well. A train bridge. It's an impure. That's a shame. What can we get out of that? Let's create a new factory for a battery. You're gonna have to excuse my Elgato doing this fucking weird shit today because I don't know what's going on. So, anyway, you look at batteries, you need stuff. Now, alumina solution would need to be made on site. Do we have like an impure bauxite around here? I doubt it. Don't have any bauxite on this side of the map. Like a trillion miles away. Yeah, well, you just can't make batteries this far away from bauxite. This is definitely the better recipe. Fucking batteries. We're not doing batteries. Okay, I'm in two minds what to do now. Batteries are just a very inefficient way of doing stuff because they chew up too many resources. What's this? There's a normal Caterium here as well. This is a really good place. Let's go and have a look at the hub and we'll make a plan because we're flitting between stuff. Oh, we do have the blenders now. We do have blenders now, which means we have access to a different turbo fuel recipe. It uses fuel, heavy or residual sulfur, and petroleum coke. So no need for coal. interesting. I was having problems with these yesterday. These last couple weren't getting any juice. This hasn't got a connection. So I have fixed that issue now. Same with this, it's all running perfect. Right, this doubles your heavy oil residue into fuel. Whatever heavy oil residue you put in, it doubles it. Let's have a look. I'm just thinking. Thinking. 15 fuel. Turbo fuel. We need to enable turbo blend fuel. We need to enable also packaged what's it called, diluted fuel. We also need to enable the heavy oil residue. Right, let's not worry about this. Let's add an input of canister. Say we got 1,000. So it doesn't calculate those. Still calculating it. So 30 oil, 1 heavy oil residue refinery, turning it in petroleum coke, straight heavy oil residue, some of it to diluted fuel in a blender. It gives 40 turbo fuel. Reanimated SAM or sulfur. Yeah, we don't want that. Don't know why it thinks that you're going to want to change other ores to other ores. It's just stupid. It might be useful late game. I can't see anybody ever using it unless it tells you to, because I've done some crazy massive builds and I've only just started to run out of stuff. The average person is not going to need to turn limestone into fucking uranium. I think it's a cool feature if you needed to, if you wanted to do stuff closer to base. But it shouldn't be turned on in this calculator by default. Right, 30 oil can make 40 turbo fuel using this recipe, and it only uses 20 sulfur. 20 sulfur for 40 turbo fuel. Now if we do it the other way, if we turn on turbo fuel, if we turn on diluted package fuel, take away these stupid change your ores for stuffs. And turn on heavy oil residue. This should. Fortunately, we couldn't calculate a result. What? Turbo fuel. Our compact coal needs turning on. That's right. Compacted coal. Some reanimated, some sulfur. Yeah. Whatever. Sam, reanimated Sam. I want reanimated Sam. So, this used 20 crude oil to make 20 turbo fuel. This used 30 oil to make 40. 20, 40, 30, 40. I'm missing something. Thought this was supposed to be better. Change the diluted fuel to package fuel. If that changes things. No, it's exactly the same. 30 oil to 40 turbo fuel. Whereas this one is 18 oil to 40 turbo fuel. Just 32 sulfur I'm in for this. $20 sulfur. So it's just using the third less sulfur. That's the only reason you would do it. Because it's using more oil but less sulfur. So yeah, pretty pointless. We're brutally honest. This is the setup what we need to do. These bottom ones are running flat out, and these not top. Fuck it, let's work on this. We need something to do. We've been doing nothing for the last 3 hours. Just need to measure this out. 8. When do we get the zoop where you can draw squares instead of just lines? Is that in the map? It's not in here. It's definitely not going to be in the mycelia. It's not going to be in nutrients. Why is that locked? It's not in power slugs. It's not in the quartz because that's completed. It's not in the sulfur. Must be a hub milestone for us to have more zoopage. Let's have a quick look. Let's have another quick look, seeing as it's a day for looking. $22.5 sulfur to make 45 turbo fuel. That's 2 sulfur to every turbo fuel. Now this is using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 24 times. This is using 240 sulfur to make 16.667. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3 times 18 is 300. Divided by 240 uses 1.25 sulfur to make 1 turbo fuel. So this is way 240. Bear with me. 240 sulfur, yeah? 24 times 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 240 sulfur makes 16.667 times 18. 300 turbo fuel. So each bit of sulfur makes 1.25 turbo fuel. This one, each bit of sulfur makes 2 turbo fuel. But it uses more heavy oil residue. My brain cannot get its head around this today. 32 sulfur divided by 40. 40 divided 32 is 1.25, which is what we said. And this is 30 divided 20. No, we've done that wrong. 40 divided 32 is 1.25. Yes. 40 divided 20 is 2. So 2 sulfur makes double turbo fuel. So sulfur is good. The only problem is it's using more oil to make the same amount of turbo fuel. So you've got to decide whether you want more turbo fuel, whether you want to use more oil or more sulfur. I'm going to stick to what we've got so far instead of changing the shit up. So these are packaged water. Are they all running on full? I think they are 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. We do need another one. Packaged fuel. Diluted packaged fuel. Diluted packaged fuel goes into an unpackager. Give us the fuel. And the fuel goes into the refineries and off. These are backwards. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. Only time I click on my second monitor, it's losing connection to the Elgato, but we'll have to live with it. Try not to click on my second monitor. He's backwards as well. Excellent. Oh, I forgot to pump these up a bit so we have clearance underneath for the belts. Okay, that's weird. That needed to be there. How do we do this? I think like this. Need to swap these over in a minute. And let's fill it with water, which it is. We need to do this. in this. Don't underestimate the importance of valves for sorting shit out. They do. They stop sloshing, stop backflow. I put them everywhere. Right, where are we? Ah, here. Okay, so we need to do the same again. We need to... Okay, so we're going to need a pump on that. Can't see why. But physics, fluid physics in this game is busted. Right, we need to make some plastic canisters quickly. And to do that, we're going to do something very crude. Right, that's already been used. This is not. I'm going to nick some of them. Took a refinery down. Put you in there. Make some... Oh no, it's got to be made from plastic, hasn't it? You know what, I'm just going to spawn some in. And cheat. I'm a massive cheat. I could go over to my plastic factory, set up some constructors, making empty canisters, and then come back, but... Why would I do that when I can just do that? We only need a few to charge the system, then it'll cycle itself through, so... Heavy oil residue now. In fact, didn't I do these? I think I did these vertical. I did. Might as well keep them. Might as well keep them all looking the same. Right, this is going to be a pain because this has got to come from here. So we might not need to do that one. We can probably just bring it through here somewhere. I mean, if we did that... It's no problem. And this one will go up to the floor above. So we'll leave a space there for that one. And we'll bring it this way. Make 360, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. 36 times 10 is 360, yeah. So, a lot. So, Mark II pipe. And we can split it off down there. We simply now put a junction on here, somewhere back a bit like that, and do that. That should be it. That should be 360 split two ways, 180 each. Now this is going to need a pump. Okay, that's heavy oil residue. Unpackaged fuel. Then we need to send the canisters back. Alright, where is it? It's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why is it so far over? Because we've got an extra layer here. I'm going to bust these all into one pipe for now, and then I'll separate it in a minute. These middle two need to go into these. So height 2, center of this. Nice. I like it. When I get to Mark 5 belts, I'll just use them for everything. I don't bother having like 60 for the input, and because if you misclick and you end up putting a 60 on the bus, it just wrecks everything. So just Mark 5 belts everywhere, no matter what speed. And when we get to Mark 6, might end up doing the same with that. Faster you can get stuff where it needs to be, the better, especially on a manifold. Okay. Turbo heavy fuel, that needs compacted coal as well. It's alright, I was just checking. I wasn't aware of that recipe. Right, let's do a quick quick fly back over to the main base. Just fill up the bins of plastic and quick wire. If I remember right, quick wire is empty. Versatile frameworks. Oh, good. We should really be putting summer sleeps in this. I mean, this is making 4, so we might as well overclock it as well. We've nearly got a full bin of these. We need to go and pick up a load of quick wire because this just isn't cutting it. So if we store everything in there. We're going to have to waste a couple of minutes just flying over and filling a whole bin up because it just uses it so quickly. Kaboom. Okay. Das ist das. I'm sure he's quiet today. 34 viewers and not even one person said hi. Kind of sad. I might just actually keep this all open just so it looks industrial. This look pretty cool. We really need the Mark III miner. That would help us. That would help us sort this sulfur problem out once and for all. Have a look in the could have a look in the hub and see what's needed, or how far away it is. I know it's in this, definitely in this tier. These are all underclocked to 16.667 to give us an output of 300 for 18 refineries. Let's go and have a look in the hub, see where Mark 3 miners are and what we need for them. Because we're making supercomputers and stuff. I haven't seen turbo motors yet anywhere. We haven't unlocked them, or have we? No. So they must be in here somewhere. Mark 3 miner. Fused modular frame. Now, this uses... It's not even unlocked. It's unlocked here, so we need to make radio control units. Okay, well we can handcraft those. If we go and nick some computers and what was it? Computers and crystal oscillators. Actually, do I have computers in here? Yeah, I have computers in here, not crystal oscillators yet. But we are making them. We don't have a surplus though. Maybe we can nick some. Why's this only got 3 in there? Okay. Now we need aluminium casing. 50 we needed. Jesus, this is taking too long. I did not have the patience for this. Not when we can do this and just save time. Obviously, you've seen it's something I can do, but I don't want to wait. I get bored. What do we need? Wire, alclad sheets, and more casings. More wire. Patience. Patience 0. So for that, we unlock fused modular frames, cooling systems, heat sinks, passive nitrogen gas, pressurized well, water, oil, nitrogen gas, and fluid tanks.
Being a gas, does not need pumps for pipeline transportation. Fixit does not process most of your metrics, but I do. According to Fixit predictions, you are exploiting this planet with unexpected efficiency. They did always struggle to see the true potential of things.
Can't craft fused modular frames because of the liquid, the gas input
exactly
needed.
As expected.
So they have to be made. And what do we need? We've got the heavy modular frames and the casings being made. We're making supercomputers for the things. Director system. Fused modular frame. This is nitrogen gas. So that's all we need, some nitrogen gas, and we can make them. You can bet your luck it's 3,000 miles away. Wow. How do we make the canisters for packaged nitrogen gas? Packaged nitrogen gas. Packaged nitrogen gas. This empty fluid tank. An empty fluid tank is made from aluminium ingots. That's easily done. Okay, so we fly to the aluminium. We make some, set some packaged things going. We fly over to the nitrogen gas. We set some being packaged up over there just on its own. And then we go and pick a bin of it up, bring it back, and then we make some fused modular frames. That's the quickest and easiest way for it to do things. It is going to take time, but Take it they're just made in a constructor. Yeah. No idea how many we'll be able to make, but we'll just guess that when this is full, it's going to be churning through at quarter rate. This is temporary, so making a lot. I'm going to guess we can easily run 3 of these, considering we're making it for 4. If we put a dimensional depot in front of that, then we will have access to these whenever we want. Empty fluid containers. So they can make, you can make steel beams with them as well. Interesting. And you can make 2 other things of aluminium as well when we get further down the line. So that's chugging away. These are uploading them pretty quick. So where's the nitrogen? It was way over there, wasn't it? Anyway, that's for another day. I haven't got time for this today. I've got to get off now. I've got stuff to do. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.